How you guys doing? This is 514 Mystic from BookieBullies.com, and this is the rundown. Coming off of a day where I went 1 of 5, and I don't even really want to talk about it. It was a horrible night. Had one game where they went to overtime, had the minus 1.5. They went to overtime, but they won still. But they didn't cover the minus 1.5, and a bunch of games which didn't go over, and whatever. These things happen. Let's move on. Today we got a pretty decent slate of NHL, and we got the NBA that came back. So let's try to make it a better day and cash out. So today, Montreal Canadiens versus the Washington Capitals in the NHL. Capitals 1.55 on your buck, 6.5 is the total. Uh, Even money paying on the total. Honestly, in this game, Montreal's on this road trip. They have one more trip after this one. I think is versus Ottawa. After this, they have a bunch of home games, and they're pretty much waiting for next week's trade deadline to see if there's going to be anything going on as far as trades go. But their season is pretty much done. Capitals, they've been trending in the wrong direction. They're going to want to get W's. I really think that they're going to capitalize on the Montreal team, who's on a serious losing streak. Capitals are also on a losing streak. They lost like their last 2 games. Anyways, Capitals are nothing. Don't bet on Montreal. Minus 1.5 for the Caps. Let's move on. Got the Flyers versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. This is a pretty good game. These two teams seen each other recently, and Flyers, they just don't play good on the road. I can't really bang them on the road, but recently they've been playing really well. So if you wanted to back the road dog here, this is actually a good spot for them because their travels haven't been too bad as of late. I think they came out of their last road trip like a 3-1 victory or something like that. But anyways, long story short, Flyers, yeah, they're not so good on the road, and also Columbus, they got Elvis Merzlikins at net. He has like 5 shutouts under his belt, so if anything, I would bet on the over and the Philly to win money line, but I'm just gonna lean on those picks and not play anything at all. But I lean Philly and the over, so no play in that game. Next, got the Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Toronto game. If you guys remember, I told you, was it yesterday, the day before yesterday when they played? I ended up switching my pick from a under to a over, and I feel like I changed that at the last minute during that time, but today I feel like it's one of those days where the under hits, and I'm not gonna give it out because I don't want to change my mind. It's the same goalies at net. Matt Murray, no, actually last time it was Tristan Jarry. So today they got Matt Murray. He's gonna be going up against Freddie Anderson. Freddie Anderson lets in way too many goals. So I lean Pittsburgh for the sweep. And is it gonna be a sweep? I believe it's a sweep. Anyway, I'd like to, honestly in these kind of games I usually put the home favorite because like in the home and home where you just got blown out, the other teams, they're men too, right? So there's emotion. But I would honestly bet for Pittsburgh to win this game again and under. But I'm gonna lean those picks and just not play them at all. Next is the San Jose Sharks versus the Devils. These two teams are garbage. We're not gonna bet on them. I'm not gonna bet on them anyways. If you guys want to, feel free. I'm just not gonna cap it at all. Next we got the Jets versus the Ottawa Senators. It should be Jets or nothing. Senators, they look hot, man. Like yeah, they lose all kind of games. They're not so good, but they never give up. You know what I mean? But whatever. There's a reason why they're only paying $2 on your buck, like only paying 2 to 1, and it's because Winnipeg is not that nice either. They're supposed to be good. They have the talent, but they just don't have the chemistry, I guess, or I don't know what it is. Maybe there's something wrong in the locker room. No play in this game because if I had to bet, I would bet Winnipeg, and I don't trust them with my money at all. I don't care if I lose by any other pick. I'm not gonna lose because of Winnipeg. Next, we got the Arizona Coyotes versus the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis the other day, they burned us when we had New Jersey at the plus 1.5, which is kind of a silly move, but I had my reasonings behind it. Um, in this game, they're playing versus the Coyotes. Coyotes, they haven't been looking very good at all, but they're very underdog here. They're severe underdogs at 255 on your buck. They're like the biggest dogs on this board tonight, and that should really be Montreal. You know what I mean? So I don't understand what's going on there. We could check real quick just to see. So yeah, they're just heavy dogs. It's probably mostly because the Dallas Stars just beat Arizona last night. They're on the back to back, and it's like the third game in 4 nights or something like that. But 255 is kind of high. But I can't bet on a team in back to backs, not in NHL. Doesn't make sense. You see, the kind of conservative feelings that I'm having today has nothing to do with my losses yesterday. I should have been that conservative yesterday too. But when you feel things, you take them. In this situation today, I'm being conservative because I don't necessarily feel them, And if I do feel them, it's not like it kind of goes against some of the rules that I live by. You know what I mean? Um, Rules that restrict losses. You know what I mean? It maximizes wins and it restricts losses. So no play in the St. Louis game. I honestly I would take St. Louis minus 1.5, and that's my feeling. So I'm gonna give it out. St. Louis minus 1.5 because 57 cents on my buck is not enough. And Arizona in a back-to-back, yeah, they'll probably come with fire, but man, they had a physical game last night versus Dallas, so good luck. Next, we got Tampa Bay versus Golden Knights. Golden Knights at home versus Tampa Bay. This is going to be a very interesting game. I think there's going to be fireworks over 6.0, probably. But you got Fleury at net. He's expected. Last I checked, he was expected, and he's still expected to be at net. He's going to be going up against Vasilevsky. Very interesting game. Um, I actually like Vegas in this game, but I really like the over. I think it's gonna be fireworks. I think Vegas is gonna blow the bricks off of these guys. I don't know why they're such heavy under. Well, they're even money, but the puck line is favored in Tampa Bay side, and that's an interesting stat for me. But yeah, I like Vegas to win, but I'm not gonna give it to Vegas. I'll give the over 6.0. Just makes sense. Not Flurry side anyways, because 6.0 6 is a push. Worst case scenario, 6 is a push, but you could also buy the 5.5 because it could easily end 4-2, like a 3-2 game until the end, empty netter, or 3-3 overtime, 7 goals. Uh, so yeah, I like the over. Next, we got the Panthers versus the Kings. Panthers just played last night. Kings are they're at home. They're actually home dogs. This is a good spot for the Kings because Florida's on a back-to-back, and yes, they won their game, and I leaned Florida last night. I didn't give them out, but I leaned Florida, and they ended up winning their game. But now they're playing against LA, and I'm not sure that I like their chances. Mostly because they had to travel like what 3-4 hours. Anaheim is not that close to LA, and after that you come into LA's side where they're just coming off of a big game where they won in the Winter Classic, and on top of it, they're back home where they win all their games because let's face it, the Kings suck. They have a terrible record, but their record is mostly generated by home games. If they don't win at home, they don't win games. And now they're coming off of a big win. Sorry, I'm gonna have to not one big win. They've played since then, but I think it's gonna be a good spot for them. Give me the Kings money line. And that'll be it for hockey. Basketball, we're going to move right on into that. Taking a little bit too much time, if you ask me. Just trying to give you guys as much information as possible in as little time as possible. So, Milwaukee Bucks versus Detroit Pistons. Bucks favorite on the road, 13.0. New look Detroit. They had all week to practice, get chemistry, and play together. Give me the Bucks minus 13.0. There's been a lot of news around Giannis and all this stuff. He's been chilling with his wife, or is it his baby mother, or all that stuff. I believe he's back today. Um, I let's check real quick. Um, but I believe he's back today, and that's gonna be a good spot for them. But let me just check real quick, so I don't give you guys fake news. Giannis is he's back today. So Corver is gonna be out, and that's pretty much gonna be it. You already know Detroit, they waived Reggie Jackson, so they're gonna be depleted at the point guard position. Give me the Bucks 13.0 and the under 226.0. Next we got the Miami Heat. They're playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks are they're at home. They're underdog 6.5. Heats are on the road where they're not that good. 230.0 is the total. I I do like the over because the Hawks go over at home, and the Heat they're able to score, and everybody's had a good chance to rest and everything. I'm not sure that is like you see the overs are gonna be dangerous because it's either they're hitting everything because they're rested, or they're gonna be bricking everything because they haven't played in such a while. You understand what I mean? Sometimes you have to get your legs and all of that, and that might be a reason for volume shooting. So might be a lot of shots in this game. So, anyways, long story short, I think this game is gonna go over, and that's gonna be my only play in that game. Next, we got the Brooklyn Nets versus the Philly 76ers. Philly 6.5 favorites. No Kyrie Irving. He's probably gonna miss the rest of the season. He's getting surgery, so good luck to him. 214.5 is the total. Could easily go over because Brooklyn doesn't play defense. I like Philly's chances to win. They had two guys go to the All-Star game. Give me Philly at home to, start turning it around and making a playoff push and being dominant. I think is the time. All-Star break ended. Now it's time to get serious. Next, we got the Chicago Bulls versus the Charlotte Hornets. I'm skipping that game. Kind of two garbage teams. No real edge on either side outside of Charlotte money line. But am I really gonna do it? Nah. Next, we got the Grizzlies versus the Kings. This game's a pick 'em. There's a nickel fade of the Grizzlies, so most people are going with the Kings. And 229.5 is the total. And honestly, the Kings games typically go under. And most people bet the over in Grizzlies game. But Kings, I think the Kings are probably going to dictate the pace of this game. And Kings are trying to, like, obviously, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but they're going to try to ruin people's playoffs hopes. And if they can do that, and Portland and Memphis and San Antonio keeps losing, then they can put themselves in the conversation. So I like the under in this game for the Kings to dictate the pace, and that's what I'm going to roll with. Next, we got the Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors. That's the last game on the board. Rockets 10.0 favorites. I mean, they should be. 232.5 is the total. I like the under in this game. I also like the Rockets to cover. Everybody is rested. Uh, Again, this is a no time to joke situation, and let's just see if it works out like that. So that's hella plays. That's 11 plays. Hopefully, I can't see my timer here. I didn't put my timer. Anyways, long story short, that's it for me. So, if you'd like, please go ahead and smash that like button, share, comment, hit subscribe, and check me out again. Come and visit. We're out here trying to make money. We're out here trying to cash. I'm giving out free plays. There's no catch to it. So you can go ahead and follow me on Snapchat, also Mystic514 and 514 Mystic on Twitter. So starting from the top, got the Washington Capitals minus 1.5 at the spread puck line. That the Blues minus 1.5 at the puck line. Got the over 6.0 in the Tampa Bay versus Vegas, and got the Kings money line in. Ooh, interesting. I lean on two Kings tonight, and I got the Kings, LA Kings money line. In the NBA, got the Bucks 13.0 and the under 226.5. Got the over 230.0 in the Miami versus Atlanta game. Got the Philly 76ers minus 6.5 to take care of the Brooklyn Nets. Got the under 229.5 in the Memphis versus Kings game. The under 232.5 in the Houston versus Golden State game. And got the Houston Rockets money line to win this game tonight. And those plays might be posted on my Twitter later if I actually get active enough. I haven't been as of late. So come and check me out on YouTube. I'm pretty much here all the time. Anyways, that's it for me. And I'll tell you, like I tell you all the time, please do not bet what you can't afford to lose. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So be safe, be good, and I'll see you again tomorrow.